to Hoffman State High School, the home of the Hawks, and welcome to the Illinois High School Association Boys State Volleyball Finals. This is the semifinal round. The winner of today's match will move into the championship game, being contested this afternoon at approximately 5:15. The loser of the semifinal will advance into the third place game, which will take place at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, the guests on the scoreboard this morning will be the Cougars of Vernon Hills High School. The Cougars entered today's match with an overall record of 36 wins and 4 losses, and reached the semifinal round by defeating Edwardsville yesterday in the quarterfinals. Now please meet Coach Chris Curry, who has an overall record of 268 wins and 133 losses and 3 ties in his 11-year career. The home team on the scoreboard today are the Huskies of Naperville North High School in Naperville. The Huskies entered today's match with an overall record of 23 wins and 7 losses, and defeated Oak Park and River Forest High School in the quarterfinal match to reach the semifinals. Now let's meet Coach Nate Bernanson, who has a record of 51 wins and 16 losses in his 2-year career. Now let's meet the players from both teams, starting with the non-starters for Vernon Hills of junior number 1, Matt Ugasti.
We welcome you live and in living color here on IHSA TV. It's the IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals from Hoffman Estates High School. And ladies and gentlemen, do we have the slate for you set up for today. The state semifinal round beginning today here at 10 a.m. and our first matchup will feature number 7 Naperville North and number 5 Vernon Hills. But you'll want to keep it locked here the entire afternoon for some fantastic volleyball, and we will crown a new state champion this year in 2011. It's a who's who. It's a Final Four of powers and powerhouses. You got 2 teams that have been here numerous times before, Naperville North and Sandburg. You'll see them later today. Vernon Hills and Glenbard West sort of roaming in uncharted territory as they're trying to bust through the party, which is being hosted by some of the top teams this year. If you want to win the state championship, you're going to have to go through 2 top 7 teams to do it this year. It is a stellar field that remains here at Hoffman Estates High School. Our first matchup, though, features Naperville North and Vernon Hills. Naperville North comes into this matchup with a 29-11 record, looking to hit 30 wins for the first time since 2006, which happened to be the last time they made it to the state finals. The number 7 team in the state made it to the state semifinals by defeating Oak Park River Forest in 3 sets yesterday. Their lineup is as follows. As starting at libero will be Danny Barica. At setter will be Steve Masoni. He wears number 3, the senior. Outside hitter Shane Whitmer and Spencer Sauter. In the middle you'll find Ryan Laughlin and Matt Jennings. And on the opposite side, Henry Cheatham wears number 11. 8 seniors on the team. The head coach for the Huskies is Nate Bernanson. In his 2nd season with the club, he's amassed a record of 57-20. Naperville North, the last time they won a state title was back in 1997, and they're going to look to end 14 years without having some hardware in their trophy case. As Naperville North, one of the hottest teams in this state final tournament coming into it, they'd had to knock off the number 1, number 2, and number 3 seeds in the Aurora sectional to make it here today. Vernon Hills comes into this matchup with a 36-4 record, the first time they are at the state finals in their school's history, number 5 team in the state. They are ranked 23rd in the nation in the ESPN Rise Fab 50. Their starting lineup starts with the libero wearing number 3, David Swanson, the senior. The setter is senior Justin Opitz. Outside hitters, Mikey Kelly and Thomas Robinson. You'll find Garrett Kubaki and Joseph Ho at the middle hitters. And on the opposite side hitting, Martin Nimshevsky wearing number 27 seniors in all on this club. Chris Curry, the head coach of Vernon Hills, in his 11th season at the helm in Vernon Hills. It's the first time this team has been to the state finals and the first time Steve Curry is coaching a team at the state finals. He's amassed a record of 268, 133, and 3. Vernon Hills had to go through the Gurney sectional where they were just a 4 seed. They had to take down the number 1 seed Buffalo Grove. They were able to do that in the semifinal round of the sectionals in 3 sets. So it is setting up to be quite a day here at Hoffman Estates High School. Don't forget, later today you can catch Glenbard West and Sandburg. That's the number 6 and number 2 teams in the state. That game will immediately follow this one at approximately 11 a.m. Central Time. Strengths and weaknesses for both teams. From Naperville North, they have a little bit of a size advantage against Vernon Hills. Vernon Hills does have a little bit more at the net, but across the board, you got to give the size advantage to Naperville North. They have won 8 in a row coming into this match. And watch the guy who wears number 5, Shane Whitmer. He's the guy that's tallied over 400 kills this year. And Naperville North, they go through their senior outside hitter, Shane Whitmer. Vernon Hills, they got 4 guys that have over 180 kills this year, a great block at the net, and one of the better serving teams in the state, and a stellar defensive crew that's led by David Swanson. You'll see him at libero. He's the best of the bunch. He's tallied over 200 digs this year, as has Garrett Kubaki, who's starting in the middle.
These are the Cougars of Vernon Hills High School.
The Cougars and Huskies getting set to do battle here for a berth into the state championship. Will be played later today at approximately 5:15 p.m. Safe to say it doesn't get any bigger than this when it comes to boys volleyball high school here in the state of Illinois.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a black Nissan Altima with an Ohio State Buckeye, Naperville North license plate. Your car is running.
So the 2 teams will exchange pleasantries at the net, and we are just about to get underway here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Vernon Hills and Naperville North.
this morning's first semifinal, the referee won, the up official is...
And also these 4 teams bringing fantastic supporting fan bases as well. So it is going to be a great atmosphere here today at Hoffman Estates, no matter which game you tune into.
From Chicago.
This 2011 state finals featured all 8 teams that didn't even make it to last year's state finals. We have 2 teams that have won a state title before, 2 teams that haven't won a state title. That's Vernon Hills and Glenbard West. Both teams have yet to win a state title, while Sandburg and Naperville North both have a title in their trophy case. Both teams wearing white. You'll see Vernon Hills is wearing the more bluer shorts on your screen. Naperville North, they're wearing the dark blue. So that's how you're going to have to keep track of them here today. That's the way I'm going to keep track of them. They haven't made things easy for announcing crews here at the state finals with both teams wearing the same color jerseys. Here we go, folks. A great day of volleyball in store here at Hoffman Estates, and we're underway as Joseph Ho gets off first. Dug out well, though, by Sauter. Now the Cougars going to go back at it. Nimshevsky at the net. Couldn't get it through. Ho sends it over. Once again, Sauter's back there to retrieve it. Here's Shane Whitmer. Dug out well by Robinson. Mikey Kelly got it over, but he crossed over into a net violation. And Naperville North on the board first. The Huskies, again, have to be one of the hottest teams coming into this IHSA State Finals, having to knock off some of the best teams in the state to make it here, including #1 in the state, Wheaton Warrenville South. And so far, a good start for the Huskies as they lead 2-0. Going short here, Robinson just has to send it over, free ball for North. As Cheatham hits it wide, and first point of the game for Vernon Hills. The IHSA State Finals here on IHSA TV here at Hoffman Estates High School. Robbie Donahoe alongside with you. And it's a 2-1 lead for Naperville North. As David Swanson's serve goes into the net as the Cougars still trying to feel their way out here in the state semifinals. It's the farthest they've been in the tournament in their school's history. Still a very experienced team. Matt Jennings ignites a fire here at Hoffman Estates High School with the block at the net. Matt Jennings leading the team in blocks. Don't be fooled by his size. The senior has over 30 blocks this year and does a fantastic job at timing at the net as Martin Nimshevsky gets on the board for the Cougars. 4-2.
For the Cougars, Nimshevsky to serve.
And the junior opposite here going to serve for the team wearing the bluer shorts, you could say. Mistiming there between Masoni and Jennings, and Vernon Hills back on the board once again. Both teams keep a pretty steady lineup, not many changes. You'll see about 7 or 8 in the rotation for both sides. Unlike later, which we'll see Sandberg go through a deep rotation, Glenbard West will go through a fairly deep rotation. So the guys you see out there for both teams, you'll see them throughout the day here in this opening match of the state semifinals in the Final Four. A berth in the state championship on the line. The loser will play in the third place game, which will be played at approximately 4 p.m. Good win at the net there from the setter, Justin Opitz, the senior. His brother also on the team, who's a freshman. He's a setter as well. And he'll have a chance to compete for the starting job next year. Mikey Kelly's serve goes into the net. So we're still waiting to see the Cougars get into this match. Both teams looked very strong yesterday. Vernon Hills was fantastic against Edwardsville, while Naperville North had to gut it out against Oak Park River Forest as Thomas Robinson puts it down for the Cougars. 6-5 the lead for Naperville North. Here's Garrett Kubaki serving for the Cougars. Shane Whitmer from the back row, dug out well by Kelly. Kubaki again. Barika was there. Now Sauter into the antenna, and we're tied up at 6. A correction, it was blocked to the net, so it's going to be a point for Naperville North. It did not hit the antenna. So it's 7-5. Go far side, Robinson! And already we're seeing number 6 looking strong here. Second kill of the match for the junior Thomas Robinson, 6'7". Yeah, he's a junior. He's got to come back next year along with Nimshevsky. So Vernon Hills will be fairly strong next year as well. They'll be competing for another state finals berth as well. Again, they have to go through one of the toughest sectionals in the state, having to try to bow out Buffalo Grove, a team that's been to the state finals numerous times. Here's Masoni going to set Whitmer, a little missed time there on his jump. A chance for the Cougs. As Robinson's tipped, Whitmer one more time, and he puts it down. There's no denying at number 5 is the best player on this Naperville North team. Over 400 kills this year. First team all area. Nimshevsky down the line. It was tipped. It's a point for Vernon Hills. And for the first time today, we'll see the backup setter Nathan Bennett checking in for Vernon Hills. He will serve. 8-7 lead for Naperville North as Jennings couldn't get it through. Nimshevsky dug out well by Sauter. Now Whitmer again. And that's going to be a lift called on Opitz. Couldn't really get the hands in position correctly. 9-7 lead. You'll see a lot of rowdy students over on the Naperville North side of things. Vernon Hills brought a good student section as well. But the Huskies, a little more rowdy. They're all standing. Vernon Hills, though, I should say just both teams bringing great student sections and supporting fan bases, which will make for a fantastic first match to kick things off here in the Final Four. As David Swanson's serve goes into the net. 10-8 the lead for the Huskies from Naperville North. Shane Whitmer serving. It's going to be a free ball now for the Huskies. Cheatham was able to get it past Robinson, but he was able to keep it in play. Now Masoni. Sauter, too hot to handle for David Swanson, and a point for Naperville North. Again, the Huskies haven't won a state title since 1997. Haven't been in a state championship since 2006. There's Martin Nimshevsky with the point. 11-9. Vernon Hills' first trip to the state finals. At this point, it's all new area for the Cougars to be put in this position. Spencer Sauter with the point for Naperville North. It's a 12-9 lead. Vernon Hills, though, was very strong last year. Finished the season 35-4. Lost to Buffalo Grove in the sectional final. The third set, 35-33. That's how close they were to making the state finals last year, but they're here this year. And they are going through a tough opponent for Naperville North. The Huskies took out Oak Park River Forest in 3 sets yesterday, and today they're picking right up where they left off. Swanson wasn't able to pass it well to Opitz. There's Kelly. Huskies will have a chance here. Whitmer blocked to the net by Kelly. Here's a free ball for the Cougs. Kelly one more time. Blocked to the nets. Cheatham and Laughlin. Cheatham got the hands on it. Laughlin came over to help out. 14-9 Naperville North. They have come out and set the tone here in this first set. Serve clips the net in. It's a service ace for Danny Barica. And a timeout called by Chris Curry. 15-9 the lead for Naperville North as the Huskies looking great.
I have your cell phone. Show me some ID if you can have it.
A 15-9 lead for the Naperville North Huskies as it's their first state finals appearance since 2006. And so far, Shane Whitmer, Steve Masoni looking strong here in this opening set.
Go to www.vipis.com.
Don't forget, later today, coming up at around 11 a.m. Central Time here in Chicagoland area, you'll find number 6 Glenbard West taking on number 2 Sandburg. The Eagles will be your proverbial favorite the rest of the way here at the 2011 state finals, taking out New Trier in 3 sets last night. They lost the first, won the next 2. They sort of showed us that when they get the wheels rolling, they are easily going to be the team to beat going forward here at the IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals from Hoffman Estates. We're back to the action here in the first set. Naperville North leading 15-9. Robinson just has to send it over short. Barica came up to dig it out. Here's Whitmer. Clip to the net. Robinson does a tremendous job to keep it in play. Opitz just has to send it over. Free ball for the Huskies. Whitmer again from the back row. Went off a Vernon Hills head. Stays in play. Masoni to Sauter. Dug out by Swanson. And Robinson again gets it past Masoni for the points.
Swanson with the kill.
A well-earned point there from the Vernon Hills Cougars as they had to scrap and claw to keep that one in play. And a much-needed point coming out of a timeout as well for Chris Curry's ball club. Naperville North will try to answer. Sauter's kill blocked to the net. Robinson denied. Laughlin and Henry Cheatham.
Number 1, John Gorian to serve.
Ryan Laughlin, the senior middle hitter, third on the team in blocks, but always just seems to be in that position where he can get his hands on the ball at the net. Robinson again, that one was tipped by Masoni, and a point for numero 6.
14, Joseph Ho back in. And number 9, Garrett Kabaki to serve.
As Vernon Hills been down by as much as 6 here in this first set, trying to work their way back in it. Whitmer's shot goes into the net. And a hitting error on number 5.
David Swanson back in.
Whitmer's been a little quiet here in this first set. Has gotten some great support from the rest of his team, including this guy, Spencer Sauter. As Vernon Hills called for a net violation, and a point will go to the Huskies. 17-12, the lead for Naperville North. And a miscommunication there between Swanson and Kubaki, and it's an ace for Spencer Sauter. Cougars need to work themselves back in this one. Robinson, too hot to handle for Sauter. 18-13. Martin Nimshevsky checks back in for the Cougars. You need to get him involved immediately if Vernon Hills wants to make their way back in this one. Another service error though on Justin Opitz, and just no energy on that Vernon Hills side. They had a ton of it yesterday, dominating Edwardsville in straight sets, but today, not so much. Here in the first match of 4. First match of 2, I should say, though, to decide our state champion team. Martin Nimshevsky wins it at the net for the point.
Danny Barica back in.
State championship match will be played at 5:15 p.m. local time. You can catch the third place match here on IHSA TV at approximately 4 p.m. Central Time. And a kill there for Spencer Sauter as Bennett had a tough time going down to get it.
Henry Cheatham back in.
Sort of a weird formation that Chris Curry is using. Trying to go for more defense on that play. You got Sauter, Laughlin, Jennings, Whitmer, a lot of great players on this Naperville North team. And a great block as well. Shane Whitmer rejects it at the net. As the Huskies putting their foot down here in this first set, 21-14. Vernon Hills, the higher-ranked team, still trying to lift off here. Mikey Kelly gets the points. They've been down as much as 7 here in this first set. Vernon Hills has time to come back and make this one a match here in the first set. They lost to Libertyville in the sectional final to make it here. They lost to them in the first set, won the next 2. So it serves to reason that Vernon Hills can go up to some adversity and beat it. But they have 3 points. They're 3 points away here, and 2 hits called right now. Miscommunication coming into play here for Vernon Hills. Just not on the same page, not on the same wavelength to begin the ball game here, as Naperville North 2 points away from taking this opening set. Sauter wins it at the net. The ball was right at the net, so it could have been won by either player. And now set point. So 24-15, set point for Shane Whitmer to serve. Robinson going to pass to Opitz. Here's Kelly, well placed right in between the defense. As Martin Nimshevsky here is going to have to serve 8 points to make it a match here in the first set. If not, Naperville North takes the first set, and they're one set away from berth into the state championship. Kubaki puts it down the middle. As the Vernon Hill Cougars, a school of enrolled with just over 1,300, while Naperville North over 3,000. Swanson dug it out, but once again, Vernon Hills called for a net violation, and Naperville North takes the first set, 25-17. They take the first set of the best of three here in the state semifinals, a berth into the state championship on the line. Keep it locked. All state finals of 2011, where we have made it through one set, the best of three. Naperville North showing us why they are the hottest team coming into these state finals as they take down Vernon Hills in the first set, 25-17. Second set just about to get underway here. Robbie Donahoe alongside with you for all four matches here today, as currently we're trying to find our first of two teams to make it into the state championship, which we played tonight at approximately 5:15 p.m. right here on IHSA TV. Teams switch sides. Vernon Hills will be on your left. Naperville North will be on your right. It's tough to tell the difference between the two. Both teams are wearing white jerseys, but Vernon Hills, the more bluer shorts, while Naperville North wearing a dark blue short. So Vernon Hills is going to have to combat some adversity to get back in this match and take the second set and force it into three. We are underway with the second set, and already the Cougars get started off on the right foot with a service ace from Mikey Kelly, and he doesn't waste any time. And a foot fault called on Mikey Kelly. He was working a little too fast that time. And we come back tied at one apiece. Here's Steve Masoni serving for the Huskies. Opitz gonna go to Kubaki, and well placed from the senior Garrett Kubaki, the 6'2 senior at middle hitter. Vernon Hills trying to work themselves back in it. Losing the first set, 25-17. There's Shane Whitmer getting back into the act. Again, Vernon Hills, they know what it's like to be down in a big-time match. They were down one set to Libertyville in their sectional final on Tuesday. So they can come back in a big way. Thomas Robinson helping out his side as well. A 3-2 lead here for Vernon Hills. Coach Chris Curry saying in that Libertyville game they finally played loose enough to get down and play some good defense. Well, they're trying to play loose here today, and you can tell they have a little more confidence in this second set. Throw the first set out the window, that's in the past. Naperville North now going to try to win it straight sets. Vernon Hills going to try to stop them and force it into three. Nimshevsky blocked to the net. It was Loughlin and Henry Cheatham who were there at the net. Huskies, one of the better blocking teams left in the state finals. Jennings, the best on the team in blocks. You'll see Loughlin and Cheatham get into the act at the net as well. Robinson's kill was dug out well. Here's Sauter in the middle of the defense. And the Huskies, methodical but strong here today. Just doing it in all areas so far here. Barika serving. Opitz gonna go short to Ho. Dug out well by Masoni. Sent over by Cheatham. Here's Robinson on the right side, rejected! Spencer Sauter and Ryan Loughlin. Oh my! Visualize the net as a door. It's not open right now for Vernon Hills. Robinson again! Rejected by Sauter and Loughlin. Wow! The Naperville North students cheering in your face. Can the Cougars get one over the net here? Finally they do, but he doesn't stay in play. Momentum is a Husky right now, 8-3. As Chris Curry takes his first time out here in the second set.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we would
All Huskies here in the second set. They dominated the first set 25-17. In the second set,
live video webcast
picking right up where they left off.
during the 2011 IHSA Boys
Naperville North coming into this contest
available online
with a 29-17 record.
TV.
They won the state championship back in 1997, defeating, look who they defeated. They defeated Sandburg in 2 sets, and who knows, maybe they'll meet Sandburg in the state championship later today. You'll get to see that Sandburg and Glenbard West match at approximately 11 a.m. local time. You can see that right here on IHSA TV. Robbie Donahoe here for all 4 matches today from Hoffman Estates High School. We will decide a new state champion for boys Illinois high school volleyball. The defending state champ Marist was ousted in the sectional final by Sandburg on Tuesday. So we will have a new team wearing the rings this year. And we see Henry Cheatham put one down there for the Huskies. Cougars have got to do something to change the tides here. They are swaying in the direction of the orange. 9-3 the lead. Vernon Hills in deep trouble here. That one goes wide from Thomas Robinson. This one's starting to get away from Vernon Hills. Coming into this match, the Cougars 36-4. Have been playing very well as of late, winning 17 in a row. Shane Whitmer taking a shot to the face. Off the bounce with the kill.
Serve 11, Mikey Kelly.
Vernon Hills, like I mentioned before, they have won 17 straight matches. And in that 17-match win streak, only 2 went to 3 sets. And those were the last 2 of their sectional. Martin Nimshevsky wins that one at the net. These are much needed points from the Cougars as they trail 10-5 here at a service error.
John Gorian to serve.
11-5 the lead for Naperville North. First time today we'll see John Gorey serving for the Huskies. Sauter won it at the net. And that was Opitz. Called for a net violation, I believe, and it's a point for Naperville North, up 12-5 here in this second set. Opitz going to go back to Kelly. And Kelly does a great job once again at finding the open space in the defense. Mikey Kelly, the 6'3" senior, 4th on the team in kills, 4th on the team in aces. Has a very high volleyball IQ, as you can see down that play. Here's Sauter. Spencer Sauter. And Sauter up to the task.
Sauter to serve.
13-6 the lead. Swanson, Opitz, back to Kelly. And that one was kicked by Barica. That is legal. You can get your foot on it if you can keep it up and in play. But that time was not able to, as Nimshevsky will serve for the Cougs. Here's Masoni. Whitmer. That one hit the antenna, I believe. Yes, it did. It'll be 13-8. The Huskies with the lead by 5. Barica going to go short to Masoni. Loughlin came up to spike it, wasn't there. Nimshevsky short over. A chance for the Huskies. Whitmer. Kelly got a hand on it. Great effort from the Cougars to make it over. And the ball goes wide, though, on the shot from Swanson. But good efforts from Vernon Hills to keep that one in play. But unfortunately, it's a point for the Huskies. 14-8 lead for Naperville North. Sauter rejected. Garrett Kubaki. Maybe that'll ignite a fire for the Cougars right now. They need some momentum here.
Serve. Danny Barika back in.
Here's Jennings. That's rejected by Robinson. And that one ended up hitting Jennings when he went up for the block. So it's a point for Vernon Hills. A service ace for Mikey Kelly. Here come the Cougars. Clawing their way back in it. Again, wasting no time here as Mikey Kelly getting the serve back in play. Here's Whitmer, too strong. They say it was tipped to the net. And a good call there by the head official, a point for Naperville North. As they are just 10 points away from moving on to the state championship, which will be their first appearance since 2006. Whitmer, what a dig by Swanson. Huskies again. Cheatham dug out again by the Cougars. Cheatham one more time. Kubaki was there. Kelly sends it over. Sauter dug it out. Here's Whitmer again. That was Applebaum who got a hand on it. He's the defensive specialist. Free ball for the Huskies. Whitmer, full head of steam.
Shane Whitmer.
Pounds it down. The senior Shane Whitmer. First team all area. Over 400 kills this year. Leading the team in kills by a hefty margin over the number 2 guy, Henry Cheatham, who has 250. As the Naperville North student section antagonizing the opposing side from Vernon Hills. Some good back forth play as Thomas Robinson. We'll hear from him now.
Joseph Hall back in. Garrett Kabaki to serve.
These big momentum swings for Vernon Hills, keeping the Cougars in it. Whitmer sends it over. Ball went wide, though.
Goes wide. David Swanson back in, number 3.
16-13 the advantage. Vernon Hills staying in it. Cheatham rejected to the net. Justin Opitz welcomes Cheatham to the block party. 16-14 timeout Naperville North. Vernon Hills right back in it. Trailed by as much as 7 here in this second set. But they've made up 5 points on that deficit to cut it to a 2-point lead, 16-14.
Throughout Illinois, you'll be surprised how much information you can find.
Vernon Hills again, their first trip
At IHSA.org.
to the state finals. Barely missed out last year after losing in the third set to Buffalo Grove in the sectional final 35-33. But we're able to get some clutch hitting from Nimshevsky, Thomas Robinson, and Garrett Kubaki in the sectional final of their tournament that they played on Tuesday to make it here. They took out the underdog Libertyville, who made it as a 7 seed to the sectional championship on Tuesday. Cougars were able to take them down in 3 sets. And in that match where they won in 3 sets, they had to come back from losing the first.
That was 5,
Shane Whitmer getting the Huskies back on track here. So they've come back before, they can do it again. Whitmer, big blast on the serve, free ball for the Huskies. Sauter clips at the net. Opitz gonna go to Robinson. Through the block and the point.
Point for the Cougars. Martin Nimshevsky back in.
17-15, the advantage for Naperville North. Trying to hold on to a straight set win and a berth to the state championship. Sauter blocked the net. And the Cougars called for a net violation. Justin Ho looking over to the sideline, or Joseph Ho, I'm sorry, with a confused look saying, I didn't do it. Wasn't me. 18-15 the lead for the Huskies. It's Danny Barica serving for Naperville North. Nimshevsky at the net. Taken down by Masoni. Here's Whitmer from the backcourt. Well placed by the senior, Shane Whitmer.
Shane Whitmer with the tip.
When you think he's coming with a full head of steam, he places it nicely with a little kiss right in between the defense. 19-15, 6 points away from the Huskies. Opitz to Nimshevsky, big blast, puts it down. Nimshevsky's been quiet here today. Had a great match against Edwardsville yesterday, but still trying to wake up here today. IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals from Hoffman Estates. Robbie Donahoe here with you. And the crew here at IHSA TV will be bringing all 4 matches to you today, including the state championship, which will be served up at approximately 5:15 p.m. local time. Will it be Naperville North or Vernon Hills as one of the two to make it into the state championship? Mikey Kelly, Marika did a good job to come up and dig it out. Whitmer, big blast.
Shane Whitmer.
They can see the state championship match within view.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Vernon Hills, their second and final TO. And right now, it's looking very good for the team from Naperville North. Just a short drive for the Huskies, about a half an hour away from here at Hoffman Estates High School. Naperville North having to go through Wheaton, Warrenville South, and Oak Park River Forest to make it here to the state semifinals. And taking down Wheaton, Warrenville South, not an easy task. They were the #1 team in the state, the #5 team in the country, had a record of 36-2 going into that match. And Naperville North had lost all 3 matches they had played in the regular season against Warrenville South. But they knocked off the heavy favorite, and they've made it here today as they are just 4 points away from a berth into the state championship to compete for the hardware.
John Gorey to serve.
John Gorey serving for the Huskies. Cougars need to work themselves back in it.
Double hit.
2 hits called on the setter, Justin Opitz. Not looking good for the team from Vernon Hills. It's their first berth here to the state finals, but right now they are running out of time to get back in it. There's Nimshevsky. That'll get them back some momentum here. 22-17.
Dave Swanson back in, #3 to serve.
Don't forget our next match coming up immediately following this one will be #6 Glenbard West and #2 Sandburg. The Eagles will be the heavy favorite from here on out after taking down #3 New Trier just last night. See if Sandburg can put another state title in their trophy case this season. Swanson wasn't able to dig it out. Spencer Sauter will serve. They are 2 points away. They can sense it. They can feel it. They have taken care of business here today. Nimshevsky, Barica, what a dig. It's a free ball though for Vernon Hills. Nimshevsky again. Gorey was able to dig it out, but a net violation called on the Huskies. It's 23-18. Nimshevsky will serve. As the Cougars trying to hang on here and work themselves back into this match. Shane Whitmer, dug out by Nimshevsky. Opitz wins it at the nets.
Justin Opitz with the tip. Point for the Cougars.
Cougars trying to say, hey, we're not out of this yet. We've come back before, we can do it again. Mikey Kelly, good win at the net from Masoni. Cougars, though, with a chance. Robinson, Barika got a hands on it. Whitmer into the web.
Point for the Cougars.
23-20. Vernon Hills fans trying to ignite their team, a spark to get back in it. Whitmer, blocked to the net by Kubaki.
Kubaki with the kill. Timeout.
Timeout, Naperville North. We're not done here. I'm already losing my voice. That's not a good sign. 23-21. Oh my, what a match we already have here to begin the day.
Our second semifinal.
The second state semifinal coming up right after this one. Glenbard West and Sandburg. We'll have it for you here on IHSA TV.
20 minutes.
So you will not want to go anywhere. Keep it locked here on IHSA TV. We'll have a decent sized break in between the state semifinals and the third place and state championship. It'll be about a 3.5 hour, 4 hour break in time. The third place game will begin at approximately 4 p.m. local time. Will that third place game have Vernon Hills as one of the teams?
Play resumes. Martin Nimshevsky will serve it.
We'll have to find out.
3.
They were down 23-17, but they've made up 4 points of that difference. A free ball. Well, it was a free ball, but they didn't take advantage of it. Huskies will have a free chance. Sauter, too strong. Naperville North has been 2 points away from a berth into the state championship for the last 5 points. Can they settle down here and get a point? Yes, they can. Ryan Loughlin. Match point. Match point. A berth to the state championship point. Loughlin serving. Swanson, Opitz, Kubaki. Keeping the Cougars alive. Big serve here from Kelly. Trying to keep Vernon Hills alive. Masoni, Jennings, blocked by Robinson. Maybe shouldn't have got 2 hands on it. Would have been a free ball. Whitmer wide. They were down by as much as 7 in this set. Then they've come all the way back. Tied at 24. Naperville North will have to try to come back now. Whitmer, Swanson dug it out. Robinson, yes! How about this comeback? Where's this team been all game? Set point for the Cougars. Barika came up to get it. Wow. Whitmer will not be denied. Tied at 25. We're going to extra points here in this second set. Our first time this weekend. We'll go to extra points in a set. Whitmer wins it at the net, but he's called for into the net. A good call. Vernon Hills back to set point again. Naperville North had been 2 points away from a berth in the state title for quite a while. Couldn't take advantage. Poor pass there. Cheatham's just have to send it over. Oh, well placed from the senior Henry Cheatham. Send it to the back court. And they fight off another set point once again. Both these two teams staring adversity right in the face. Here's Robinson. They said it was in. A point for Vernon Hills.
Martin Nimshevsky back in. Justin Opitz to serve.
As the Cougars once again serving for set point, trying to take it to 3. Barika passing Masoni. Here's Sauter. Got it. We're tied again.
Spencer Sauter with the kill.
Neither team giving an inch. A front line of Sauter, Loughlin, and Cheatham. Whitmer stuck in the backcourt right now on the rotation. Nimshevsky. Whitmer was there. Sauter going to get a chance. Dug out well by Kubaki. Well done. Opitz going to Nimshevsky again. Finds the hole.
Nimshevsky with the kill.
For some reason, Sauter, that area has been open just about the entire match where Sauter's been playing on that left side. Kelly was able to exploit it a few times. Kubaki doesn't on that play. Here's Bennett serving for the Cougars. Whitmer had to go down and get it. He sends it over. It's a free chance for the Cougars. Nimshevsky wide. We had the Vernon Hills fans stand up and start cheering, thinking they had it. Not so. We're tied at 28. Both teams' fans right now on pins and needles. Nimshevsky. Huskies keep it alive. Another chance for Vernon Hills. Mikey Kelly. Barica was there. Sauter down the line. Yes. Match point for Naperville North. .30 is going to be the magic number. Naperville North hasn't gotten to 30 wins since 06. They're going to get to 30 points here if they want to go to the state championship. Whitmer. Robinson. Oh, they keep it alive. No, they don't. The Huskies will be playing for a state title.
Second set and match to the Huskies of Naperville North, 25-17.
Oh my, what a match.
28.
Vernon Hills has no reason to hang their head in shame after that comeback. What a game. What a match. Naperville North will be in the state championship. Vernon Hills will compete for third place in the game later today at 4 p.m.
Match against the winner of our next match.
How about this start to the day? State championship Saturday.
Vernon Hills.
It's going to be a good one, folks. It's going to be a good one. Our second match coming up.
Approximately 4 o'clock.
Glenbard West and Sandburg. You'll catch that match coming up here on IHSA TV. Robbie Donahoe and the crew will be with you all day here from Hoffman Estates High School. Our second match coming up when we return here on IHSA TV.